Good morning. So, I traveled with Dr. Thoudam Singh, His Holiness Bhakti Svarupa Damodara Swami. So, whenever he start a lecture, he would start with a short chanting. So, I would like to invoke his presence through a short chanting. Yada yada hi dharmasya glanir bhavati bharata abhyudhanam adharmasya tadatmanam srujamyam Paritranaya sadhunam vinasaya cha dushkrutam dharma samsthapanardhaya sambhavami yuge yuge. Thank you very much. So, what I present today is published, mostly is published in a book called Bhagavata Sevarpanam. Srila Prabhupada is the Bhagavat, a pure devotee of the Lord, and Seva is service to him by Dr. Thoudam Singh Bhakti Svarupa Damodara Maharaj. This mostly contains what instructions Srila Prabhupada gave to Maharaj and what he did for that. So, scientist and saint, His Holiness Bhakti Svarupa Damodara Swami, Dr. Thoudam Singh. In the slides which are coming, you will see some places Svarupa Damodar, because that time Maharaj's name is Svarupa Damodar Das Brahmachari. So Prabhupada would refer him as Svarupa Damodar. So some of the quotes you will see the name Svarupa Damodar. So just know that Bhakti Svarupa Damodar Swami, Thoudam Singh, Svarupa Damodar, they are one and the same person. So it's very humble beginning. In Manipur, many of you know, is a beautiful valley at the foothills of Himalayas in India. It is very rich in culture, and the dance form from Manipur, which is Radha Krishna Rasalila, and other devotional dances, they are recognized as UNESCO heritage dance. And this is actually inspired by Lord Krishna himself in a dream to the king of Manipur. So they have Natasankirtan, they have drumming. Many of you must have seen some of the Ranganiketan shows in America. And it is a very beautiful place. They have special deer, and they have a lake in which there are floating islands. Some of you, there are also small houses built for the tourists. Sometimes they can stay. And he is born into a Vaishnava family. His father was a devotional singer, professional devotional singer. In Manipur, every activity is centered around Krishna, devotion to Krishna. When a child is born, the nurse goes to the child and chants Hare Krishna Mahamantra in the ear of the child, because they don't want child to hear anything other than Krishna. The first thing the child they want to hear is Krishna. So he is born in a Vaishnava family, and he is something like this. But he lost his father and got separated from mother, and one of his close uncles was taking care, but he saw his uncle is very poor and he could not take care of his own daughter who is sick. So he left his uncle and started living on his own, plowing the land himself. But after some time, one of his uncles came and helped him. When he was 14 years, he had typhoid. His father died of typhoid. That time there was no cure. So the village's doctors, they declared TD Singh, Thoudam Damodara Singh, Svarupa Damodar is going to die. But one of the nature cure doctors, he cured it by fasting in nature cure for 41 days. So Svarupa Damodar is in his mind, and when he's grown up, he built a nature cure hospital in Manipur in the hills. That is one of his tributes to naturopathy, nature cure, alternative medicine. And in the childhood itself, he is very attracted to the devotional acts, drama, and he even missed an exam, final exam, the whole night watching the drama. So he is very attracted to the devotional culture from the very beginning, and this is education. He did B.Tech Chemical Engineering and M.Tech Pharmaceutical Science from Kolkata University. Then he came to US by government scholarship. In those days, it is very difficult to get a scholarship to come to USA because there is very less number of scholarships and a lot of competition. And this is one of the pictures. He is sitting in the front here. This is from the Kolkata. And this is when he came to University of California in 1969. And he did his PhD in an unusual phenomena, his thesis, where generally reaction rate increases when you increase the temperature. But he found the reaction rate decreases. And the opposite happens. Increase in the rate of reaction and decrease of the temperature. So anyway, he reported to the supervisor. He asked him to repeat it again, and he found the same result. And that made his PhD thesis very easy. I mean, honesty paid him very. Generally, we try to feed the cows, but he reported to the supervisor, and he said it could make your PhD. So one of his close friends, Dr. Rao, he introduced Dr. Singh to Prabhupada. It is a very wonderful story. He was asking him every day to come to meet Prabhupada, but he was a sincere student, trying to study and not divert his mind. But his friend said, if you don't come and see Prabhupada, our friendship is over today. So he was surprised why he is so serious. So he went and met and then fell in love with Srila Prabhupada. And this picture is taken by Maharaja himself when he first saw Prabhupada on the right side. And this is also taken by Maharaj, Dr. TD Singh. And Prabhupada said that I have come here to give the Americans something very valuable which they do not have. Why don't you do the same as I am doing? Why are you simply taking? So Maharaj was touched by Srila Prabhupada's purity of purpose, and then rest is, many of you know, started going to meet Prabhupada again and again, and morning walks, and they form the foundations for the Bhaktivedanta Institute. And one of the main central topics is that soul cannot be manufactured by combination of chemicals. And Srila Prabhupada used to give a lot of examples, and one of the examples Prabhupada is giving, see, this nail, it has no life, but it is growing from life. So it is matter which comes from life. If there is no life, matter cannot grow. So it is, this is part of the life comes from life dialogues. There are many dialogues which you can go through. And Prabhupada was always very eager to meet Svarupa Damodara Maharaj. He was always asking, where is my scientist? He was very eager, very enthusiastic. And Shrutakirti Prabhu, he remembers that Prabhupada was very eager. As soon as the car reaches the park or the beach, he would immediately just push himself out to just start the conversation on this very exciting topics. Maharaj used to bring many different research what scientists are doing and present, and Prabhupada would refute or give alternative views and Vedic views. So Prabhupada said, I thought I got an opportunity to impress that will fructify in fruition. Therefore, I was bothering you in so many ways. So we have published a book. Actually, Maharaj was working on this book, all these conversations of Maharaj with Srila Prabhupada and other conversations of Prabhupada with other founders. Whatever Srila Prabhupada spoke on topics related to science as well as academics, we have put in this book and segregated them topic-wise. So if some of you would like, it is meant for internal circulation of the members of the Bhaktivedanta Institute. So you can consult the book table. So the Bhaktivedanta Institute. So Srila Prabhupada's idea, as Prabhuji has said, that advanced people are eager to understand the absolute truth through the medium of science. Therefore, a great scientist should endeavor to prove the existence of Lord on a scientific basis. And Srila Prabhupada wanted it would be great service if you can organize such an institute. And Srila Prabhupada has declared in a letter to three people on the same day, we have formed one party of scientists. Bhaktivedanta Institute basically party of scientists and other academicians, like Prabhuji said, science, other sciences. We have formed one party of scientists under the leadership of Thoudam Damodara. We shall spare nothing to see this party's success. You can go through the conversations, they are very interesting. However, it is not very easy. Maharaj underwent a lot of struggle. In 1978 he was in Atlanta. He rented a house. Then he moved to Philadelphia. There he and other members, they have taken out bulletins, Bhaktivedanta bulletins. Then he moved to Oklahoma City, where he ran a motel to raise funds for the Bhaktivedanta Institute. And he moved to San Francisco. Atre Rishi Prabhuji gave him a house to run the BI. Then he had a building in Bombay in the middle picture. Then he got land from BI for BI in Tirupati on the top photograph, but now it is converted to ISKCON temple there. Then from Maharaj also TD Singh also started the institute in Kolkata, Rome, in Bali, in Denver, and now we have other centers in India, different places, and also there is an Institute of Science and Religion, Mumbai, and we have Kharagpur, Bhubaneswar, Hyderabad, Bangalore, Karnal, Sambalpur, Vijayawada. We have some small centers we are trying to do in different places in India. One of the instructions Maharaj received from Prabhupada is to travel to colleges and universities and rigorously travel and present the alternative paradigm. I have asked him to vigorously throughout the world, lecturing with his other colleagues at all major institutions and universities. He drawn up a budget, a copy is enclosed, and I am immediately sanctioning this amount. Whatever expenditure he requires, supply him immediately from the Bhaktivedanta Book Trust. So no questions asked. So Prabhupada was very clear, because what actually is stopping the God consciousness in the society, or what actually is confusing the people, is our scientific knowledge is very good, but in the other domains where it is not exactly has data, we get confused and the general public get confused. So Srila Prabhupada wanted to present alternative paradigms on scientific basis. And Maharaj traveled to many colleges, universities around the world. And this is in Orissa, this is in Delhi, this is AIMS Delhi, and many universities and colleges around the world Maharaj traveled. This is in Brazil. And Maharaj used to say there is no conflict between science and religion to the Vedantist. A brilliant scientist can also be a devout religious person like Pasteur and Planck. And some of the press. And Maharaj also started a mobile Bhaktivedanta Institute, Bhaktivedanta Institute on Wheels in India. He calls it as Bhima. And to the name, the vehicle is a little big, is a kind of a truck. And it goes many places, and people just seeing it, they just come and ask about BI, and we distribute the literature. So we have total 4 BI on Wheels in India. They go around India. And they make news wherever they go, they make news. And Maharaj also started schools, because he felt this Bhagavad paradigm should be introduced early at the age. He has schools in Manipur, in Agartala, and he has many dialogues with the richest scholars, scientists. So this is Ahmad Jiwail in Caltech. And many of the Nobel laureates he met. Charles Towns, Werner Arbor, he is physicist, he is a biologist. And Penrose, he had a dialogue. And McDermott from chemistry Nobel laureate. And very interesting is William Phillips, Nobel laureate, who is in atomic clocks, physics. His research. So he was, when Maharaj was having discussion, he is very proposing how God is a person. So Maharaj was very interested, and the discussion was very nice, and there is a book. Most of these conversations are available as a form of book. And he is Nobel laureate in physiology and medicine. And Maharaj is friendly both to the evolutionists as well as to the intelligent design people. He used to have dialogue and appreciate their hard work and present Vedic paradigm and paradigm of consciousness and how it is possible to have in any paradigm, any theory. And he has many books. You are a scientist, write books, prove scientifically that God is the supreme person. So the first book Maharaj wrote, Scientific Basis of Krishna Consciousness. All of you know, Prabhupada wanted immediately to print 1 lakh copies and distribute them. And Srila Prabhupada also wanted Maharaj to write scientific commentary on the Vedanta Sutra. And we have conversation between Prabhupada and Maharaj. Prabhupada guiding how to write and 2-3 were slokas. And Maharaj published books on the first few slokas. And we have research journal. Maharaj started research journal. There was a discussion with Prabhupada, and Prabhupada gave this name, Savijnanam. And we have so far 9 volumes. We bring out once in a year. And this is first volume has interview with Charles Towns. This was the President of India. And we also have a magazine. Maharaj wanted it to be once in a year, but so far we could bring out only 2 in 10-15 years. And this is meant to be more easier. Yeah, it's supposed to be easy reading for the students with the multidisciplinary content. And there are many books, not many are present. You can look at the table. If you need books, you can write here. And one of the instructions Maharaj got was to make Manipur a scientific Vaishnava culture spread in Manipur. So Maharaj started a temple and a university there. University is in making. And these are the deities in Manipur. This is Radha Krishna Chandra. And Maharaj also is very active in art and culture. He started Ranganiketan, which performed 600 performances at over 300 venues in over 15 countries. Your scientific presentation should be accompanied by cultural troupe. So science sometimes is very dry, so theories we can experience the last 2 days. So we need refreshing. So Maharaj tried his best to accompany a troupe, but not always available because finance is always constrained. But he would not give up. He himself would do cultural presentation sometimes, and he would lead them, and he would go everywhere. And conferences, hold conferences in every major city of the world. And first conference is in Vrindavan. Do something before I leave, I want to see. So Maharaj was running around with other BA members to do something to please Prabhupada. So when the news came, Prabhupada said, the Bhaktivedanta Institute is now recognized. So Maharaj was continuing many conferences, international conference on science and religion. The hospitality at the Congress outshone even the legendary Japanese hospitality. And study of consciousness within science, 1990. And you can see many of the founders of consciousness studies in that conference. And a journal is inspired from this conference. And many, I suspect that happiness is not within the purview of physics. This is in 97 in Kolkata, another World Congress. Is a conference in Rome, 2004. Second is on origin of life. A book has come up a couple of years ago, the proceedings, life and its origin. And Maharaj started a conference series. Maharaj was associated with Meta-Nexus Institute Initiative, and he got awards from them. And he started ASSQ series in India. It's an annual conference. We do it every year. It started in 2006 by Maharaj, 2005 in Vrindavan, and we are doing it every year. He is a Nobel laureate in physics, and he is the President of India. We came to our conference in Delhi, the 6th one. is in Bangalore, our conference in Bangalore, ISC. So we have every year one conference. I don't have the picture of audience. Last year we had conference on mathematics and reality. And we have a book on this, mathematics and reality. We had a conference in Rome on intuition and vision in art, science and spirituality. And a conference in 17, quantum physics and consciousness. So, I can only show you the pictures because my time is over. And we have space, time, mind, summer school, winter schools. And we have an e-zine. We have course, online course coming up. And we have a conference coming up on spirituality and health in Bangalore. Those who are interested can contact me. He accomplished all the above with a gentleness that is unbelievable. Professor Jagadish Srivastava. And Richard Ernest Nobel Laureate in Chemistry. Dr. T.D. Singh represents a perfect role model how citizens, and in particular academics, should think, feel and behave. And the best tribute could be none other than compliment from Srila Prabhupada. Svarupa Damodara is a first class devotee. Thank you very much.